Imagine claiming to fight human trafficking, while defending someone charged with human trafficking. That's the mind-bending hypocrisy we're about to expose. Let's talk about something that feels almost too twisted to be true, but it is. Donald Trump's lawyer, Alina Habba, has made a bold claim. She says one of the main focuses of her work is fighting human trafficking and abuse, specifically targeting people smuggling women and minors across the US border and subjecting them to horrific conditions. Sounds noble, right? But here's the kicker. This same woman is part of a team that just helped secure the release of Andrew Tate, a man charged with rape and human trafficking in Romania. Yes, that Andrew Tate. Social media loudmouth, self-proclaimed alpha male, and, you guessed it, die-hard Trump supporter. So let's get this straight. Habba is against human trafficking, unless the alleged trafficker is politically useful. That's not justice. That's just politics dressed up as morality. And she's not the only one caught up in this contradiction. US Senator J.D. Vance also jumped on Twitter to claim Trump is protecting Americans by deporting violent criminals and rapists. Strong words, but they ring hollow when the very same administration goes out of its way to help one of their own accused traffickers walk free. Let's be clear, if someone is a genuine criminal, gang member, trafficker, rapist, absolutely, get them off the streets. Nobody's arguing against that. We all want safe communities. Left, right, center, it doesn't matter. But here's the big issue. The Trump administration recently deported a group of Venezuelan asylum seekers, people they claimed were gang members. The problem? There was no trial. No hearing. No due process. Just accusations, then boom, on a plane and gone. That should terrify you. Because if the government can do that to them, label you a threat with no evidence, no trial, no right to defend yourself, what's stopping them from doing it to you? Even some right-wing voices, like the Murdoch-owned New York Post, raised the alarm. Their headline? Sorry Elon, even deporting illegal gangbangers must heed the rule of law. That's not a radical left-wing stance. It's basic democracy. If we claim to be a nation of laws, then we need to act like it. Otherwise, it's just mob rule in a suit. Former federal prosecutor Glenn Kirshner, who served 30 years in the justice system, put it bluntly, you can't just say, these 200 people are bad news, let's deport them, with no evidence, no court, no rights. That's not how justice works. That's how dictatorships operate. Even Fox News, yes, Fox, had an on-air clash over this. Legal analyst Jessica Tarlov tried explaining the importance of due process to Judge Jeanine Pirro, who shockingly argued that asylum seekers don't deserve their day in court. That's right. A literal judge who doesn't believe in due process. What's happening here is clear. Due process is being treated like an inconvenience. Something to skip over when it gets in the way of a political agenda. Let's say this again for the people in the back. If these Venezuelan men are actual gang members, show the proof. Put them on trial. Let a judge decide. If they're guilty, deport them. No one's losing sleep over criminals getting booted out. But what we should lose sleep over is allowing any government to decide guilt without evidence. Because once we accept that kind of lawlessness, it won't stop at the border. Today it's Venezuelans. Tomorrow, it could be journalists. Protesters. You. Me. The law doesn't work when we only apply it to people we don't like. Even the people who love to scream about law and order seem strangely quiet when their own side bends the rules. This isn't about left versus right. This is about right versus wrong. We're either a society built on laws, or we're not. And if we let that slide, we're opening the door to chaos disguised as justice. So next time you hear a politician cry foul about crime and trafficking, ask yourself, is it about safety? Or just about control?